way that this game was going and your captain leading the way the whole time, how poetic and justice-oriented that he gets his shot in one of his sweet spots to win this thing.
Great shot, great bucket, great win.
Yeah, when you guys, after a back-and-forth first quarter, took control of the game for the majority of it, what did it take to kind of push back and make sure you even had that opportunity for the win?
Yeah, we just weren't really consistent, We would be getting a great run, we'll have, 8-10 point lead, and then they were just throwing right back. And, they're not a bad team, but still, we had so many chances we could have taken a lead over to maybe 15, 20 point game for us. We just kind of stop and let them get back to the game. It's something that we got to be better at. And, when teams were on top of the standings, when you play them, you just can't afford it, and that's where we got to be better if you want to compete with those teams.
There's a cool sequence, as Spo talks about the young guys that you're still part of being more consistent. I love that sequence as you guys came down the floor and the ball goes from you to Jaime to Ware. It's like, oh my goodness, those are the types of things that are ahead for the Miami Heat, possibly on a night-in, night-out basis. How does it feel to be a part of that and being called on to be that night-in, night-out?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm so happy, I get this opportunity to share, the court with all these guys, with all these all-stars like Tyler and Bam, and it's great playing, especially around Jaime and Khalil, who are around my age and kind of we understand each other, so it's fun. It's fun, and I'm really grateful every day for what's happening right now.
What do you feel like you're helping to open up for Terry now? He's able to get off the ball a little bit when you guys are on the floor together, and he can kind of just concentrate on being that ignitable scorer that he can be.
Yeah, we didn't change a lot. I think he just maybe I'll handle a little more, and he trying to get him off the ball where he when we kick the ball out or run something for him, he doesn't need to use that many dribbles. He can be in a catch and shoot situation, and that's what he's great at, and we've seen it today. Even when he's off the ball, if he gets the ball, he's a deadly trigger. He can play. He can basically go past anybody one-on-one, and he can shoot the ball.
You said over on the radio side when we had you on the walk-off that it's an easy call at the end of that game. Just get it to Bam and let him win the game. Was it that simple of a call for him?
Yeah, we drew it up. He had it going all night, and we got to feed him. We got to feed our captain, and he's a walk-off game winner. So we're happy for him. Got the win, got out this building with a win. So that's the most important thing.
The game felt back and forth a lot, particularly in the beginning of it. You guys took control of the game in the middle portion. What was it that you let go of and then had to grab onto to even get that last look for Bam?
Credit goes to them. They just wouldn't quit. Every time we went up 6-8 trying to make a push, they kept, staying in it, kept fighting. So you got to give them a lot of credit. But, we did enough to, get the win. We got to stop at the end, grab the rebound, call timeout. And like I said, we drew up a nice play for Bam for the walk-off win.
How'd you feel with your offensive rhythm tonight, particularly starting off with the money ball splashing down?
For sure, man. We're about to start heating up. It's a matter of time. Just stay with it. That's what I've been doing all season, just staying with it, knowing what I'm capable of, and, it'll happen.
How about that 1-2 punch that you guys have off the bench? Even we got to add, Jaime into that mix too. Yeah. But what you guys have as a responsibility, I know Spo talks about you guys coming in, not just maintaining but pushing leads and opportunities for the team.
These last, not including the game tonight, 2 games before this, we kind of wasn't playing the way we wanted to play. Coming off the bench, didn't bring that energy. So we always talking to each other on the bench, saying what we got to do, and we know how we got to ignite it. The game and everything. So, credit goes to, Nico and Jaime, just going out there giving that second and third effort. We're just playing off of that and just keep pushing.
I know we talked about it previously tonight, but share for the folks watching on TV just your view of Tyler's approach tonight when the ball isn't falling the way he wants to, but still getting 8 dimes and joining Bam in the right voice for you.
Yeah, I was about to say the biggest thing was just his communication the whole time. And you wouldn't even know he's not having the game that we all want him to have, that, his typical game, but he still is impacting a lot of players. Credit goes to him. A lot of players can't do that. They probably shut down, being taken out the game early and stuff like that. But, he's our biggest, piece on our team, and he showed that still.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, it seems like it's exactly how it was supposed to end on a night where you're rolling offensively and the ball finds you in one of your sweet spots for the win.
Man, great shot. buzzer beater, let's go home.
Did you know it was in as soon as you let it go?
100%. 100%. You know, as a kid, you always dream of moments like that. You know, when you be in the backyard, 3, 2, 1, buzzer. And it just so happened that I've had a couple of those in my career. So, you know, being able to be in those situations and actually get the job done, it's a great feeling because my teammates and my coaches trust me to get the job done.
You and I were recently having a conversation about basketball karma, and so it seems to be swinging in the right direction for you. You've been very pure about your role as a leader and adjusting to what's needed on the floor, and so it's got to be nice to have it roll back to you in a cool, big double-double game plus a game winner.
Yeah, man. Like I said, when you enjoy somebody's success, like Tyler being an all-star, Duncan having his moments, Terry having his moments, you know, when you enjoy other people's success, man, at some point it's going to be your turn. The difficult part about it is when you sacrifice, you don't know how sacrificing looks. So for me, man, it's just being pure as I possibly can and understanding that the table's going to always turn.
How nice is it that on a night where the ball's not falling for Tyler, that his voice is still right there alongside yours, also getting 8 dimes and rebounding, even though the offense isn't where he would want it to be?
Man, that doesn't matter. Like I said, he did the little things tonight that didn't show up in the stat sheet. You know, being vocal is actually a key component to our team. And for him to grow as, you know, becoming one of these leaders, you see it. Obviously, the performances speak for itself, but, you know, he's a great dude, genuine dude down the heart, and he really cares about winning. So when it's not falling for him, he doesn't get about himself. You know, he kind of wants to, you are good, man. But
Just Kevin being.
he just really buys into impact and winning. What'd you say?
Right, no, leave him alone. Leave Kevin alone right now. Well, last one. Let's go over to Terry and his impact now. What's working for him and his rhythm right now offensively?
Catch and shoot Terry, man. You know, we had to break him out that habit of wanting to dribble before he shoots it. Now he's catching and shooting. He's letting it fly. He's making shots, and he's obviously, but y'all don't notice it, but he's really defending on the other end. So for us, man, we wanted to keep being that way. And, you know, like I said, the table's going to turn.
Thank you, sir. To a sweet spot for the game winner.
Yeah. I mean, the best part about it is the reaction from everybody. You know, because Bam, you know, has been pure and steady this entire season. There's been a lot of things, but he's been, you know, the rock of stability for us. You know, and he did all the big muscle things, you know, tonight. Defended basically 1 through 5. You know, taking on, you know, Castle early on, but then also playing at the 5, doing the rebounding. I was shocked he didn't have a triple-double. It felt like he had the assists, but then, you know, the clarity of on the road, you know, we needed a place where the ball could go, and he was very efficient when we were going to him in the post or the elbow area.
And Terry Rozier's woke-up interview on the radio side, he said you would not have known that Tyler had a tough shooting night because he's maintained his energy, uplifting everybody else, still had 8 dimes in a game where he missed 8 threes.
Yeah, and it was the voice, you know, of Tyler and Bam, you know, particularly in that fourth quarter when we had to make take a couple timeouts. They settled everybody. We were running a lot of 2-man actions with them going down the stretch. That kind of just gave everybody clarity, you know, where we were going with it, and they both made, you know, big plays down the stretch. But Tyler, it's great, you know, because it shows that you can impact the game, you know, even if you're having an off shooting night.
He had a pretty good lead block on that last play, too.
Yeah, it was like a wrestling match there. Yeah, and that's part of his evolution too. You know, some of the best shooters are the best screeners in this league because there's overreaction so many times. You know, you just keep a body on a shooter, but Tyler's really improved in that area as well.
Was that how you drew it up, that his gravity could open up Bam?
I don't know. You know, it's always easy to say something after the ball goes in. I'm just really happy for Bam. You know, he got to a clean look. He got to his spot. Was able to elevate. It was just a beautiful look. You know, and just see it floating in the air, and then you see the clock go. That's got to be a great feeling for him.
He made 8 jump shots tonight, if I counted correctly. Is that the best you've seen his J-Look all season?
Potentially in a game, but, he's been working on it so diligently, throughout last season and this summer. And then in our shooting sessions and practice sessions, it looks a lot like what you saw out here. I just think he has clarity of mind right now, and I think that's a powerful thing.
How do you like where Terry is kind of settled right now? Do you feel like his offensive rhythm is moving back to where you usually suspected it should be?
We like it when Terry's assertive. You feel his speed. He's a great open catch and shoot three-point shooter. Even now the numbers show it. If he's open and it's on the catch, it's a great look for him, and that just gives us another piece of ignitability, off the bench. All right, thank you.